Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening to all of you in YouTubeLand. So it is my pleasure to continue this more than a walkthrough series of videos starring the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck, which was published in April 2020, which means it was published more than 3 years ago. No, April 2020 to 21, almost 3 years ago, or 3 years ago and change. So, we have the Nine of Cups, illustrated by En Tze, and I'm going to have Drake do a close-up of the back of the card design, which I love, because love is love. Or as I love to say, love is love is love. I do love this back of the card design. The only thing that I do not like about it is that I cannot tell if the card is upright or reversed before I turn the card over. I don't use reverse unless it comes out that way, but, you know, even then, I pretty much like put it upright. That's just how I do readings with tarot. So, Nine of Cups, illustrated by En Tze. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it is because En Tze also illustrated the Nine of Wands. So I'm going to hold up the Nine of Cups, because that's the card we're focusing on, and I'm going to make sure that Drake keeps the close-up on the card, and I'm going to read about the card. And Drake, I presume that you have the close-up of the card. Thank you. So Nine of Cups by En Tze, in the artist's own words. The Nine of Cups represents, oh my Lord, I swear to you, sometimes the text gets smaller and smaller. Contentment, satisfaction, gratitude, and wishes coming true. This card symbolizes being content in all aspects of life, basking in abundance, and having the planets align to make your dreams a reality. What a beautiful phrasing. I love that. Again, in the artist's own words, my illustration for this card is inspired by the queer witches I know and love, living in a city. Let me start that again. My illustration for this card is inspired by the queer witches I know and love, and their abilities to heal and manifest. I incorporated all of the phases of the moon to represent the journey and phases of life. In fact, I'm going to have Drake do a closer close-up of the card, and you will notice that all of the cups depict all of the 8 phases of a full lunar cycle. From new to, I believe the night or the phase before the dark moon is balsamic. But all 8 phases are represented on all 8 of the 9 cups. And then I incorporated all the phases of the moon to represent the journey and phases of life, with the full moon in the center, yes, symbolizing dreams and manifestations coming to fruition. As with all things, the full moon does not last, so it is a reminder to fully embrace what you have while you have it. I chose this card as a personal wish for a positive future. What a beautiful interpretation of this card. And now I'm going to read to you the bio for En Tze. You know, hopefully before I conclude this more than a walkthrough series, I will remember if they if they list the author's names by first name or last name. And I keep forgetting that some of the authors are not listed in the guidebook. So, a few things. So first, in the description box for this video, I will have the video link for this card, the Nine of Wands, also by En Tze, in the description box. That's number one. Number two, I will do some research and find En Tze's website and any social media platforms they use, and I will include that in the description box for this video, featuring focusing on the Nine of Cups illustrated by En Tze. I do not automatically remember which artists are listed. I still find it shocking because I'm like, there's no listing for that artist, which is like, what? It's just, whatever. But I will include all of that information in the description box. I am very happy that US Game Systems did publish a tarot deck that honors the contributions and the legacy of the LGBTQIAPlus community, of which I form part. And of course, I am especially thankful to all of you in YouTubeLand for honoring who I am and what I do. And of course, I'm also thankful to all of the artists who have contributed their talents and abilities to this beautiful, glorious tarot deck. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And as always, an extra big and beautiful and bountiful thank you to those of you who have scheduled your sessions, including the individual at a phone reading with me earlier today, which is why my layout cloth for private readings is still on the table. Stay well, stay safe, stay hydrated, hello Durga, and stay tuned for the next video. Hi boss, you want to be in the video too?